to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? This is just for us now. Yeah, I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. That it feels right. Feels right. So right, so right, so right. I'm just going with the gut. Never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet. Hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up. You can have it all, watch me rip it off. I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella loved. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart. Yeah, I won't stop charging, we go and come harder. I can see you and I, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. It feels right.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
It's time to go to the R&D show.
Your team is
Some
banning.
fun.
Gaze the stars and
Your
seek
team
your
is
path.
banning.
Always on the way.
Your team is banning.
Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the Summer Invitation Swiss Knockout stage. I was speaking for the past 2 minutes and didn't realize that I was muted. Anyways, looking at the bans, Lilia taken off the options, as well as Alawi, of course, targeted against Tata right there. He loves to prio that hero, and you know, I mean, it's the overall prio pick and a good ban. Matilda taken away from the side of Rei Zero. Just Xenagogue limiting the amount of options that Rei Zero has if they want to go to the tank jungle route. Xborg taken away as well. Kind of giving me the tank jungle vibes, or just like a heavy, you know, tanky sustained composition that Rei Zero wants to use. Minotaur banned away, as well as the Vixana. So I mean, there's a lot of options still open. We have the Roger, we have the Hayabusa, the Ling, and that'll be the Roger being picked up. A flex pick can go either to the goal lane or to the jungle, but Rei Zero now have a lot of options. They can go like Ling and Edith, or they can pick up the Ruby and flex it, you know, to the gold lane, roam, EXP lane, wherever lane you wish. They also have the option of the Julian, which, you know, jungle or mid lane, been seeing it being used in the mid lane, has performed well, especially, you know, watching AP Bren. We'll go with the Yuzong, and probably we might pick up a jungler right here. Nope, we're gonna go with the Valentina, prioritizing these two picks right here.
Feed, destroy, and conquer.
We're gonna see the Zask being picked up, as well as probably the Brody. But like I said, there is still the Edith to work with, even though the Primal Wrath can get stolen away by the Valentina. She's still a pretty hard lockdown kind of CC frontline that could, you know, I mean, it's pretty much pick a ban in MSC, in MWI as well, the majority of the games. We're gonna have the Brody being picked up, right? And now we're going to see if Rei Zero will pick a good, you know, type of hero and ban out the, can I say, the counter for it. So on the side of Xenagogue, we still need an EXP, we still need Aroma. So Descendants, he could pick up the Angela, ban out the Esmeralda. It'll be really good for the Roger if they want to run a Ling, you know, the Angela Ling combo, even the Julian as well. Can also work with the Hayabusa. So I mean, it takes away the Angela away from the Roger as well. And we're just gonna see the Beatrix being locked in for Sage, and the bans, the second banning phase coming through. Just gonna see what it could be. I mean, like I said, Xenagogue, they still need a roam and they need an EXP laner. So we could see a Benedetta ban as well as a Paquito. Could see maybe a Tigreal even.
When the body
Okay,
suffers,
so
your team
Benedetta
is
being
stand
banned
to
out
lose.
right there, taking that option away from Tata. And Super Salvi gonna ban out the Faramus. I'm not too sure why, unless Rei Zero likes to run the Faramus as a roamer. That could, I mean, I'm not sure why they would, but yeah, that is a potential kind of pick. We could be seeing a roam ban right here. It'll be the Dairot taken away from Tata once again. And I mean, on the side of Rei Zero, they do need a jungler and a roamer, so Tigreal gonna be banned out. So honestly, there's no bans on the meta junglers in this game, which is, you know, not something I'm used to seeing in my server at least. Yo, Hayabusa, Ling, uh, Hayabusa, Ling, Roger, they gotta go, to be honest. And I mean, if it was, that's like ranked game, right? If it's a tournament lobby, obviously a little bit more strategic, but those three bans usually, almost always, be lucky to even pick it up. You see the Kufra being picked up by Descendants. A good option to cut off the escape route for that Roger. Also good for pickoffs and whatnot. Tata might be going for the Lapu Lapu. Lapu Lapu, not a popular pick, but it is still, you know, pretty decent, especially in the hands of a good player. Once that level 4 comes through, level 5, fighting a Yuzong, you can win the lane at that point of the game, because Yuzong, if he holds his ults in the face of the bravest fighter, if he holds that Black Dragon form, he's going to die. And that's just a fact, right? Unless, and this is talking like, okay, we're not gonna have the Lapu being locked in, so I'm not even gonna bother talking about that. We're gonna have the Paquito. His main job is gonna be going for that back line. Of course, the Valentina, the Beatrix as well, so they need to watch out. Kufra. I mean, the thing is, in this type of composition, the side of Rei Zero, they don't really have so much of a protector, right? They have the Kufra that's gonna jump in, the Yuzong that's gonna go straight to the back line. So Tata is seeing an opportunity here to kind of ambush the back line of Rei Zero while all that goes down. And then we're gonna have the Lolita picked up by Super Salvi, kind of countering out the Beatrix, and Blaze gonna go for the Hellcat. Pretty solid picks coming in from both teams, of course. The Zask, and we know an extra front line for the side of Xenagogue, and does pretty good damage. Relatively hard to kill. The only thing I'm worried about, of course, is Zask doesn't have that Purify, so missed timings, you know, caught out of position by the Kufra, by the Hellcat as well, could lead to his demise, and that's one of the bad things of running Zask with the Flicker. I think you almost never need the Flicker. You can just run the Purify, because the Nightmaric spawn is quite tanky. Once you activate that, enemies should be running away. But yeah, heading into the game straight away. Activate that. Alright, let's have a look at the mid lane. Junglers starting on opposite sides of the map. Descendants just checking, giving vision, you know, which side No Respect is starting on. And some poke coming on, but having a look at the lanes. Nothing too much happening, to be honest. Beatrix gonna rotate a little bit and try and claim a kill onto Super Salvi. It's taken quite low, but shouldn't be a problem. No Respect claiming that lethal wanderer in the bottom lane. Just two gents chilling out. Oh, Descendants gonna go for a little bit of an invade, gonna try and steal away the blue buff, perhaps. Oh, just a little bit of harassing. And Blaze gonna come through. Bunny gonna take a lot of damage right there. And a jump coming in from Descendants, but he's taking a lot of damage from the spawn of Zask. Now he's gonna have to run away before No Respect gets hot on his trail. Sage getting chunked down by this Brody in the bottom lane. Tata making it a little bit difficult for this Valentina to get at level 4. Now gonna engage, do a little bit of poke damage. Whilst No Respect starts this turtle. Gotta be careful though, Super Salvi needs to be in front of this Kufra so No Respect doesn't get jumped on, but no. Aluminum Blast gonna come through by the Valentina. No Respect is very low. Gonna get taken out right here. Super Salvi as well, Tata in a lot of danger. Flicker gonna come through, saving his life, but turtle goes into the hands of Rei Zero. And that's a 3-for-0 trade coming in for the side of Rei Zero. I think Xenagogue will have to kind of look towards their goal laner. I mean, it is a Brody. You want to have the Brody obviously hitting his power spike relatively early. So Tyrant's Rage gonna come through by the Descendants. Bunny taken quite low. Blaze gonna use the Dark Knight Falls. Nightmaric Spawn gonna come through as well. Not enough damage at this point of the game. Just stealing away Bunny's gold. Now Descendants gonna ready his jump. No Respect coming through on the other side. The Bunny caught out once again. Taken out by Sage. No Respect will make a trade. Getting the kill on this Beatrix. Descendants gonna be hit by the Aluminum Blast. And taken away. Super Salvi jumps in, stunning out Ruler. And that'll be the trade coming through. Of course, still favoring Rei Zero, but Xenagogue was able to level the scoreboards just a little bit. Now Bunny needs to be careful. There's a Hellcut waiting right there in that bush. Oh, might be seeing a pick off in the top lane. Tyrant's Rage gonna come through. And torn apart memory is not gonna do enough damage, not gonna save his life as Bunny gets taken away. But Xenagogue will make the trade of getting the turtle. Not sure if Rei Zero will be back in time. Ascendance. Dark Knight Force comes through. Won't get him there in time. But I mean, this is pretty much good enough for Rei Zero. We have Beatrix just chunking down the turret a little bit. Brody as well, not having a good game. If you look at the items here real quick, we have glowing wand already built for the Zask. Roger picking up the Windtalker, might go for maybe a wax, Malefic Roar, something to that effect right there. Yuzong with that Hunter Strike. Yo, actually we're gonna see Hellcut building up the Sky PS as the first item, so if he starts getting kills right now, it's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. And now no respect, in a difficult situation, manages to get away, but the Dark Knight Force is gonna come through and just completely whiffs the deadly stingers. Now is actually gonna be Blaze. No, never mind. Descendants jumps in. Torn Apart Memory is gonna claim the kill onto him as Bunny locks in the Blade of Aptus. See his Tata gonna flicker in, gets the kill. Gonna get a double kill onto Blaze as Xenagogue gonna claim the tier 1 turret in the mid lane. Ascendance just a tad but too late. Having a look at the items once again. Sky PSO also first item for Tata. Gets 2 kills nicely right there. So this is Rei Zero. They're gonna have to watch out for his damage. I feel like he can legitimately one combo almost anybody right now to death. But the turtle gonna be started up. Okay. Taken away by no respect as Blaze getting poked down by the Paquito. Now we might be looking at the tier 1 turret in the EXP lane. Yo, Sage getting caught out of position. Gonna get taken out by Tata. Tyrant's Rage gonna come through, pushes Tata into the turret. Gets taken out by the Deadly Stingers. In the back line though, Ascendance. He is on Bunny right now. DOT, nah. The Deadly Stinger is gonna get a double kill for Blaze. And now Ruler and Descendants, a little bit of a danger, but Zas gonna get taken out by the Yuzong. Yuzong gonna pay for that with his life. No respect. He's taking 2 kills for himself. Just there in enemy territory. Haven't seen the Valentina popping off too much, I think. To be honest, the only good thing she can steal is the Roger works, I guess, but not gonna have that damage, unfortunately, to claim the kill on no respect. Basically, the only thing she can take is Aluminum Blast, right, from the Lolita. Maybe the Nightmaric Spawn as well. But still, Valentina, her damage is not to be messed with. She can still perform. Let's have a look at her items. I mean, she's just got the Enchanted Talisman. Gonna have to wait a bit for damage to come through after the glowing wand. Now, concealed play by Rei Zero. They're gonna find Bunny and just take him out instantly with the Deadly Stingers and the Tyrant's Rage. But now, the Xenagogue, they're gonna try and burst down the Lord. Ruler, he needs to be careful. They're gonna walk right into Tata. As he claims the kill, Aluminum Blast gonna come through as well. With the flicker, misses out Blaze, but he wasn't nearby anyways. In Black Dragon form, just way too late. As now Xenagogue have managed to secure a turtle in exchange for Bunny's life. Super Salvi is gonna need to be careful here. Tyrant's Rage gonna come through. Super Salvi picked off. Unfortunately, overextended just a little bit. Needs to remember there is a Kufra that can make these long range pickoffs. Tier 2 turret in the top lane gonna fall as members of Rei Zero gonna take care of the Lord in the bottom lane. Ooh, Yuzong, he's gonna need to be careful right here. I mean, Xenagogue then don't know where the members of Rei Zero are just as yet. Ruler obviously gonna appear on the map, clearing the lanes, but the other three members, they don't know. Of course, Yuzong needs to be careful as well. He's built some defense, but I don't think it's gonna help against Tata at the moment. Yeah. Rei Zero, they're trying to find. I mean, they find Bunny. Might be able to get him. Ooh. Tyrant's Rage gonna come through. Good timing, but with the Wind of Nature, Luminum Blast gonna come through. Tata claims the kill onto the Hellcut. Sage gonna be next on the chopping block, as well as Hellcut. And Ruler uses the flicker, not able to get away as he gets destroyed by the Sky Pierce. And now there's a 4 for 0 coming through from Xenagogue. Unfortunately, the timing wasn't there to get the pick off on the Brody, so it was all for naught. Now the Enhanced Lord gonna be started up by Xenagogue. Not sure. Okay, we're gonna see the Black Dragon form. He's taking a lot of damage. Now Petrify onto 2. Zask gets taken out. Tata claims a kill onto the Yuzong's Luminum Blast gonna come through, stuns up the Hellcut, and now Tata gets a double kill. Sage absolutely destroyed by the torn apart memories. Ruler might be next. He stops for a second, but Tata, he claims the kill. And that'll be a clean wipeout for the side of Xenagogue. A 5-for-1 trade. Or 6-for-1 if we count in the Lord. And that'll be GG's. Game 1 going over to the side of Xenagogue.
Victory!
In the meantime, while we're going over that, I'm gonna put up a promo code in the towards the bottom of the screen. I think you guys should be able to see that. But yeah, go ahead and claim that as we talk a little bit about the game. Of course, Rei Zero, they had a good start, but unfortunately it didn't work out too well. Of course, Blaze with the Sky Pierce as the first item didn't have that much of an effect because he lacked the early damage, right? Sky Piercer, it doesn't have the base stats that it doesn't have good enough base stats to justify getting it as your first item. I know I've said this in yesterday's stream, but yeah, and of course Ascendance, you didn't have the War Axe, and Hunter Strike built for the early game dominance, but didn't manage to do that either. To every team fight he was late, and Ruler of course as well, not being able to get that damage in the early game, not being able to use the combos to terrify the members of Xenagogue for his teammates to follow up on. And Sage building up the Blade of Despair as the first item. Yes, you're gonna do damage, but at the same time you must remember Blade of Despair is an expensive item, so, and it has like one unique passive. So instead of having 2 items, he could have had maybe 3 items, or that could have been the reason he is winning, right? So he could have had Heptases, he could have had Malefic Roar, and then House Claws, and that would have allowed him to sustain more. Or even instead of House Claws, he could have had the Wind of Nature, would have allowed him to survive from Tartar's combos, allowed him to survive from Torn Apart Memories coming in from Bunny. But yeah, that's game 1 going over to the side of Xenagogue, as we're gonna go ahead and wait for game 2. In the meantime, we'll take a few minutes and stay tuned.
I've been walking through the rain, don't know where I'm going. My head's leading me astray, yeah, you follow no wind. Getting deeper in.
Okay, remember when I said we'll take a few minutes? I lied. We're gonna go straight into it. Alright, so looking at it right here, Lawi gonna be banned out once again. Rei Zero, not wanting to see this this hero for even one game. Matilda being banned out as well.
Your team is banning.
Of course, seeing similar bannings or bans from game 1, the Vixana as well taken away, and it's I'm not sure why. Like, of course, the Vixana good against assassins as well, to be honest, not only against those tanky junglers, but the Roger
Team is banning.
gonna be taken away as well from the options that Rei Zero has. Of course, they are first pick, and Roger, I mean, above the Ling that's normally prior picked, and the Hayabusa and Julian and all of that, the Roger I think is the more deadly in terms of just the draft phase, because it can be flexed, right? So you have the option, you first pick him, the opponents don't know gold or jungle, and that gives you some space to work with, makes it a little bit more difficult for them as well to draft against. Diggy taken away. Rei Zero might be looking for some sort of Tigreal, Atlas, Minotaur type of thing. And Terizla taken away as well. As I mean, this hero, not sure what I can say about it or what's there not to say, because he had very high win rates in MSC and MWI as well. I think it was somewhere around 80-90%. I think the only team that lost with it was VSG, Victory Song Gamers, if anybody watched the games today. But yeah, very strong pick, and the Expo gonna come through, but the Valentina is open for the side of Xenagogue, so
Minotaur will finish off what was left undone.
there is that option as well. I think Valentina will be a perfect pickup right here. But Minotaur was a good pick, denying it away from the side of
Pain
Rei Zero, but instead of the Valentina, we're gonna have the Brody once again coming through. So if I was Rei Zero at the moment, I would match long range for long range and go for a Clint. Either a Clint or a Claude, because yes, in laning phase, Claude does lose against Brody just a little bit, but once it reaches level 4, I think Brody is going to have a hard time. Won't be able to use the torn apart memories on the Claude, not at full stacks anyways, because as we know, the Purify takes away the stacks of, you know, of the passive of Brody. But anyways, Ruler gonna lock in the Zas in the mid lane, I think, as Sage picks up the Faramus. Lilia gonna be picked up for the mage of Xenagogue, which honestly, I mean, yeah, it's good poke. Valentina would have been so perfect here. Bara's gonna be banned out because it looks like Xenagogue are smelling the tank jungle kind of ideas coming through from the Rei Zero. So we might also be looking at maybe a Basha ban. But at the same time, they do need a marksman, so we could also be looking at some Clint or Claude ban. Of course, the Benedetta taken away by the side of Rei Zero, giving a little bit of respect to Tata. And then Nathan.
I see the fondest hopes.
Nathan gonna be banned out, of course. Kind of not the best ban, because already Rei Zero have 2 magic damage dealers, right? Nathan wouldn't have been a good pick because they would have had 3, which is, I think, a bit too much.
Now Akai enters the scene.
Your team is picking.
Okay, and the Akai ban from the side of Rei Zero. And now Hanzo being hovered right now.
Gaze upon the edge
Will
of
be
the void.
swapped for the Nolan. And may have an interesting pick coming through. They do still need a gold laner from the side of Rei Zero. Gold laner and a jungler. They don't have any front lines at the moment besides the Xborg, but Xborg is not sufficient on his own, right? Not a sufficient EXP liner, I mean front liner on his own. Just have to see what comes through. Dairoth, as well as a Tigreal. Alright, so, okay, so I get it now. We're gonna have the Zask in the gold lane. Alright, so we had the gold lane pretty much picked out from the start. It's gonna be the Zask, the Faramus going to the mid lane, the Tigreal as the roam, Dairoth as the jungle. Alright, so Rei Zero, they have their draft. It's looking good. And now Tata, I mean, still could go for another pack game, but we'll go for the Aether. Honestly, totally forgot about the Aether. Aether really good for the Faramus ult as well. you go the Primal Wrath, and that damage being distributed by the passive of the heat of Edith kind of just melts the Theramis, right? Skinners. Of course, Tata probably doesn't like using the collector. Who likes collector skins, anyways? Unless he doesn't even know, which would be funny. Yeah, let me load that up. But yeah, let me know, you guys, in the comment section, which drafts are you going for. For me, it looks pretty stacked both ways. I'm not sure about the Brody Zask interaction in the gold lane, but I would have to assume that Zask outranges Brody, so he should be quite fine. Brody will have to be relatively careful as well from that side. I think I'm not liking the fact that this Theramis doesn't have the Purify.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
Okay, we're gonna have a pause just in the beginning of the game. It's 2 minutes long, but in the meantime I have put the second promo code up on the screen, so go ahead and claim that one. And the score is, there we go. Alright, so here's the thing about the draft coming in from Xenagogue. Of course, we have two heroes that are dependent on the snowball, which is Brody and then Nolan. So Xenagogue, they're gonna have to be really careful how they approach this early game. And even if you don't get a kill or two in the first 2 minutes, that's fine. But you need to win the turtle fight and try and, how can I say, not just get the turtle, but of course increase the gap by getting another kill or 2 kills, or maybe more, or even just invading, like a full-on invasion of the enemy jungle. Because the further this game goes without that type of pressure, the less the Nolan can do in the game. As we're gonna go back into the game right now and see what's there in store for us. And there's not too much kind of how can I say, insurance from the side of Xenagogue, but there is on the team of Rei Zero. They do have the Zask scaling hero. They do have the Xborg as well. Already, as you can see, Bunny taking quite a bit of poke damage. Should be quite fine though. Okay. Not gonna be fine as he completely lags out. And that's not a good sign for Xenagogue. No respect. Gonna do a little bit of poke damage right there. Trying to claim the Lethal Wanderer. Should be fine since Malcolm is still on his blue. But yeah, Brody. That's okay. That's a weird interaction right there. I think he's back. Descendants want to try and go for an invade. Bunny needs to get back in his lane right now. He's missing a lot of gold. Super Selfie taken quite low as well. Now the invade is going to come through actually from the side of Rei Zero. You know, with the Dyrod, with the Tigreal. And Nolan going to be pushed in. Gets taken out in the bottom lane though. Oi, another kill going over to Malcolm, and that's not a good sign because Dyrot, very easy to snowball. Now, no respects, he's just gonna have to cut his losses and get away. This is not a good sign. No respect, already having a bad game. Still level 3, whilst Malcolm just about hitting level 5 right now. Still Descendants, he's still looking to harass a little bit more. Needs to be careful though, he's pretty much alone. Should be quite fine. Xenagogue doesn't press on. No respect, will seek to make a trade on the other side of the map, since he pretty much knows this turtle is gonna go. Okay, Super Salvi gonna be pulled in. Implosion gonna come through as well, and now Malcolm swoops in to get the kill. And this is Minotaur needs to be careful. More pickoffs like this, and he's gonna be super squishy coming into the mid game. When the Zask reaches his power spike on the Xborg as well. Now Rei Zero setting up for a gank right here. Bunny gonna get taken out on the tower. Turn apart memories comes through, but unfortunately Ruler is still healthy. Now Malcolm will be quite fine. Netherrealm just in case. I think they were expecting the Minoan Fury to come through. Oh, Implosion with the flicker. Lilia gonna get taken out. Not sure why it doesn't have Purify, but that's a dream for Tigreal. No Purifies on the side of Xenagogue. Might see a Minoan Fury right here. Sage gonna be taken out. Malcolm half HP, but they won't be able to do much with this. The Sage, she's back in a few seconds. Scout death time, alright? He has enough stacks. Now the problem is gonna be the Zast. They don't have like an instant lockdown to deal like with the Implosion, right? No respect, he is gonna be cornered by the Tigreal as well. This is not looking good for the side of Xenagogue. Already with 2 of the core members being the snowball heavy heroes, and they're doing anything but snowballing. Alright, time to take away the... Okay. Having a look at the items right now. Malcolm already has the Hep Disease. Might be looking at Hunter Strike, I'd assume. In the top lane, gonna see a little bit of a gank, but Zask doesn't go down. Bunny as well, taking a lot of damage from it, but now Zask doesn't have the Nightmaric Spawn, so no respect. We're gonna see the concealed play coming through. Xenagogue don't manage to make a trade for the turtle. But anyways, going back to the items. You see a Thunderbelt built up for Tata. Mage is still working with the Enchanted Talisman. Bunny, he needs to get out of there. Flicker available for the Tigreal. Xenagogue, they're trying to prioritize the EXP lane, but it's an Xborg. You're not killing him that easily, to be honest. Not at this. With a 4,000, gold deficit. Implosion gonna come through. Super Salvi taken out almost immediately. Actually, no, he's not gonna be able to survive this as the flicker comes through with the last insanity. At the very least, this opens up the side lanes to be pushed in. And Bunny, he might lose his life right here. Retribution gonna come through. Flicker as well. Bunny. Oh, dodges. the Abyssal Strike. And Malcolm, he gets taken out by the Fracture. But now, no respect. Okay, he walks into a deadly bush, but should be quite fine. Okay, Descendants gonna flicker out. Tata is right there waiting for them as the Primal Ra comes through. Yo, a good implosion. But still, Xenagogue are coming out on top. Tata quite low. Bunny just taken out, walking into the mid lane turret. Bunny can't catch a break. The notorious MTN. Alright, but Turtle taken away as we go into the pause. Now, like I said, even though the side of Xenagogue, they have these snowball heavy heroes, being the Brody and Nolan, it's not like they're gonna be useless, right? They can capitalize on the mistakes made by Rei Zero, as we saw how this Bunny skillfully dodged the abyssal strike, and they got I think it was a shutdown on Malcolm. Keep doing things like that. Tata being a little bit in the back line, or maybe Minotaur in the back line, since he's not had a good game so far, and he's building the Flask of Oasis, so he's not going to be tanky at all for a little while, right? But Tata, he has that under belt, so he should be the primary front line, and Minotaur, he should just be waiting for Tigreal to use the implosion. Once he uses the implosion, then he can use the Minoan Fury and just cancel it out, right? And that will hopefully just stop those big implosions coming through. I mean, there's no purifiers, like I said, from in the team of Xenagogue, so an implosion could be very deadly. They don't have a way to counter it other than just straight up crowd control on the Tigreal and cancel the implosion. That's about all he's gonna do. And Zask as well, he needs to be careful of the Edith that could just pick him off very easily, the Brody to follow up, the Nolan to follow up as well. Coming back into the game, hopefully Brody should be quite fine. Now members from both teams playing around the mid lane, they setting their sights on this tier 1 mid lane turret. Malcolm gonna scout out no respect by walking into the bush. Luckily Tata wasn't there to just knock him up. Probably looked at a pickoff right there. Tata, he needs to be careful. Having another look at the items. Which one was it? Okay, let's have a look at the damage coming in from Malcolm. Oh, basically one hit, right? Okay, there's items. Has the Hunter Strike, has a Sky Piercer. That's okay, so that kill didn't count towards the Sky Piercer, so should be fine. But yeah. Oh, Concealed Play coming in, looking for Bunny and Lilia, and Last Insanity gonna come through. Nightmaric Spawn as well, taken out instantly. Descendants, he got a good eye for looking at these things. No respect, he's gonna miss the retry, but I think still manages to get it. Yeah, he did miss the retry. Okay, looking in the mid lane, Super Salvi in a lot of danger, manages to back away. Xenagogue, they in a very precarious situation. There's a 6,000 gold lead. And now No Respect might try to steal this lord away, but Descendant's gonna scout him out, walking toward that bush. Frog armor hasn't been popped yet. That's how low, how starved this Nolan is as he walks to base, a walk of shame. Descendant's gonna scout out the bush, super salvi. Taking a lot of damage from the X-Borg, and now Last Insanity gonna come through, super salvi. Flicker gonna be baited out, Nightmaric Spawn, almost claims the kill. Yeah, this is not looking at all. And this is not looking good at all for Xenagogue. And Rei Zero, they're managing to do a good synchronization of waves. At least the top and bottom tier 2s are gonna be hit at the same time. But now Xenagogue, they need to be careful of this Tigreal, because he does have the flicker as well as the implosion available towards him. And now there might be a play. Super salvi, still way too out. Minoan Fury gonna come through on two of them, but that's a resource taken away. As Descendants, he's gonna still be looking for a play. Last Insanity gonna come through just to zone the members off. Conceal. Doesn't follow up with it. Not just yet anyways. But Tigreal is hungry for a play. Gonna back away for now. Still gonna keep a little bit of pressure on Xenagogue. To be honest, this Tigreal can be picked off by Tata if he just goes in and flickers, but I don't think it would make any difference to take care of the Rome at this point. Even if they kill him off, he'll be back for the Lord. They won't have their flickers. Some of them won't even have their ults. Need to be really careful. This is going to be an enhanced Lord, so Rei Zero, they're doing a good job of freezing the lanes. No Respect, making a very desperate play. Conceal gonna come through from Descendants. I think he's gonna get scouted out though. Retribution gonna come through. He's just getting chased all around the map. As the enhanced Lord gonna be secured for Rei Zero. Alright, Lord gonna crash into the top lane. That turret is good as destroyed. Descendants gonna look for a play right here. Tata trying to be in the back. Oh, Primal Rod gonna be used up. Last Insanity as well. Minoan Fury, another ram coming through. But Abyssal Strike gonna claim the life of Minotaur as Lilia falls as well. Tata dies. Bunny is getting taken out in his fountain. LBGG's. Game 2 going over the side of Rei Zero.
Victory!
Rei Zero managing to make a comeback after that first game. Just a total domination. A huge part go into the Tigreal, of course, for being able to, can I say, harass the jungler. No respect this much, of course, as well. Making the plays onto the mage, the marksman of the side of Xenagogue, just putting them at a total disadvantage, and being able to end in the 14-minute mark. But yeah, just having a look at the stats. Ruler doing a lot of damage, Malcolm as well. Just, it was too much for Xenagogue to handle, especially with that bad of a start. And yeah, that's about it. But gonna go ahead and go and wait for the third game. Okay, in the meantime, I'll just play some music, waiting for 1 or 2 members to get ready. And yeah, I'll see you soon.
Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again.
Where there is light, there are also shadows.
We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong.
Guys, welcome back. This is gonna be game 3 of this best of 3 series, and score being 1-1. The sides of Xenagogue and Rei Zero. Bans coming through as well. Dairoth and Tharamus taking off the options for Rei Zero, and they're gonna respond with that Laoi ban. Looking for another ban as well. Vexana.
Hope will find a way,
Your team is
even when
banning.
all is forlorn.
To be honest, it's usually the same ban, so I'm not gonna even. I mean, we could see a Tigreal ban right here. Minotaur not being able to actually counter out that Tigreal, even though some people
Horology is
think
my
it
craft. Diggy is my
is
name.
a counter, but Xenagogue themselves gonna ban out the Diggy, one of those counters for the aforementioned Tigreal that Xenagogue was having a problem against.
When the body suffers,
Your team
the
is
spirit
picking.
blooms.
Alright, Benedetta being taken away, but no respect. Go straight for the Xbox jungle. Well, like I said, Valentina is open, so that is an option for the side of Rei Zero. They do have the Valentina. They do have a Terizla as well. It kind of sort of wins in lane. It should actually win in lane. If the Xbox has to go to the EXP lane, but we will see the Zarska being locked in. Could be gold lane, could be mid lane. It's up to see. Arlot as well, could be EXP, could be Rome at this point. We'll just have to see how that goes. So 2 good picks for the side of Rei Zero. And now it's gonna be a little bit difficult for Xenagogue to kind of draft around this. They could go for a Kaja. Probably not right now. But yeah, they can go for a Kaja to just pick off the Zask before.
My mission is to protect lives.
Before he uses the Nightmaric spawn, but they will go for the Hylos. And we might be looking at the Roger right here.
I see lots of
So 2 flex picks as well for the side of Xenagogue. Roger, jungle or gold. Xborg, jungle or EXP, right? I mean, to be honest, if you want to go even a little bit more crazy, you could even say that the Hylos is a flex pick. Whether it goes EXP or Rome, right? So there's a lot of options for the side of Xenagogue as well. Valentina hovered by Sage, and I would actually prefer the Valentina rather than the Valier. I mean, Valier is a reliable hero, but not the best hero, right? As we're gonna see the Valentina coming through. It's a good hero to kind of utilize the last insanity. For some reason, I don't know. I think it's she has some sort of damage conversion type of thing. So her magic damage is converted to physical damage when she uses a physical damage ult or something like that. But yeah, it works really well with this Xborg last insanity. I like using the Valentina against that. But anyways, let's see bans coming through. I mean, like I said, okay, so we know the Zarsk is going to the gold lane, so we still need a Roma, possibly a Roma or EXP and a jungler for the side of Rei Zero. Gonna ban out the Claude, taking that away from Xenagogue, and the Minotaur banned out as well. And like I said, Xenagogue still has a lot of options, right? Harith gonna be taken away, and Matilda as well. Alright. Now let's see. I think we might be looking at the Rome pick right here. What it could be, and could be another Tigreal. as the Tigreal gets locked in.
Your team is picking.
And now
Butterflies
Zushin
born
is gonna
by
be
the
locked in for
wish,
Tata, as
guided
K might be
by
looking at
lantern's
Ling.
light.
Purify for both Tata and Bunny, so at least we're gonna see the Purifiers coming through. Tigreal will have a little bit more
Team is
of
picking.
a struggle to find these targets, but remember they do have the Arlot. Arlot can bait out those Purifiers for the Tigreal and vice versa. Tigreal baiting out the Purifiers for the Arlot. A really good combo to work with. And now we're looking at a jungler for the side of Rei Zero as Ling gets locked in. Now for me, I'll say, I mean, Zushin is really good, right? Zushin is really good, but they nerfed the, how can I say, they nerfed the HP, so she's not as tanky. She can't be taken out quite easily. I did not want to see the, oh god. Okay, we're gonna have the Alucard being locked in, and I hope that this doesn't turn out to be one of those games, right? As far as I remember, every time Malcolm picked up this hero, just got absolutely smashed. But yo, let's just put some faith in the players and see how it goes down. Looking forward to see K on the Ling as well. And looking to see how the Zushin performs in the face of this. I mean, Alucard, I feel like Zushin is just going to dominate in this situation because she can relocate the Zask ultimate, the spawn.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battle.
There's just so much that she can do, to be honest with you. And we have as well the Hylos, who provides this slow. Gonna stack on that lantern thing, whatever it's called, the second skill. And Tata needs to be a little bit careful. Gonna be pushed back into the lane. Didn't see the damage coming in from Sage, but Descendants, he gets pulled back. He needs to be really careful. Luckily, Tata doesn't have the mana. Descendants gonna push the Hylos towards the turret, but he should be fine. That's the revitalize. Hylos quite tanky as well. His Descendants makes his way back to the base. Get some HP. Alright. Okay, looking to see how annoying Zushin can be in the lane. Supercell be following up on it, but Sage should be quite fine as now Supercell be taken quite low. Sage manages to make an escape. Descendants gonna go back and purify, used by Tata. Supercell gets taken out. K looking for a kill, but Tata gonna fall instead as Descendants manages to rotate just a little bit faster, or manages to rotate. Just no respect, not being able to for some reason. But yeah, there's 2 kills going over to the side of Rei Zero. Descendants might get picked off right here. It flickers out, but he won't be available for this turtle. Descendants, yo, I mean, Zushin didn't have a good early game, but last instance gonna come through with the flicker. Descendants gonna get taken out. At the turtle though, gonna see Malcolm able to use the retribution. K gonna get taken away. Super Salvi as well loses his life. Zushin, I mean, doesn't have an escape right now. Might be able to get one kill. No, Descendants makes it alive. Malcolm taking the opportunity to do an invade, but yeah, it should be fine. Doesn't pursue. Ooh, we're gonna see some lane freeze. Trying to bait Bunny into going that way. Descendants gonna come through. Purify used up by Bunny, but he's gonna get taken out by the Nightmare Spawn. Just about a second. Implosion comes through. Tata uses the Purify. It's a very chaotic fight. Sage in the middle of it. Tempest of Blaze gonna come through. Might get the kill onto Malcolm. Just needs one more dash, but he gets stunned up by the Nightmare Spawn, unfortunately. And another kill coming over onto Super Salvi. Tata danger as well. Manages to back away. And in top lane, I mean, let's have a look at the items. Why don't we? Xenagogue trying to get the immortality as the first item right there. And I think it's a war axe being built by the Roger, so he's not going like a, you know, heavy, squishy, killy assassin type of Ling. I mean, not Ling, Roger. But yeah, Implosion gonna come through, forces out the Tempest of Blades, and Sage might be in a little bit of a danger. Actually, it will be Descendants. Flickers into a wall, unfortunately, but the final slash gonna come through. Tata taking a bit of damage, gonna push Ascendance into the turret, and there'll be a double kill for Xenagogue. K comes back, doesn't have the Tempest of Blades, so he needs to be quite careful. Malcolm gonna be pushed as well. Super Salvi manages to get a stun, and Malcolm is 3v1ing right now. Unfortunately, too much peel for the side of Xenagogue as he gets taken out. Sage backed away. Could have been, I mean, could have turned the tables, right? But Sage wasn't there to help, unfortunately. Bunny. Implosion in the back line onto Tata. No follow-up with it. Bunny gets taken out in the back. Lost Insanity, not gonna hit anything. As no, I mean, we have that holy something or the other by the Hylos, but he's gonna get taken out. Unfortunately, couldn't get the kill onto Ruler. Tata. Final slash gonna come through. But yeah, it'll be Tata just heading back. They're not gonna pursue this, but Sage tried to go for a kill. A sneaky one there. Tempest of Blaze gonna come through. Sage. Ling is just too underfarmed. He gets killed off. How is that even possible? Okay, so Ling doesn't have an item yet. Very low on economy. And gonna get even lower as Malcolm is looking for this blue buff. Yeah, I don't know about this Ling here, guys. Ascendants here doing the work. Then see Super Salvi trying to stun him up, but he's out of range right now for Zushin. But they might be making a play for the turret. Ascendants misses the final slash. Is sustaining off the minions, but Zushin gonna pick him up. He's gonna get killed off. Malcolm coming through, gets the kill onto Super Salvi. Immortality popped by no respect. Tata pushes Malcolm into the turret. Might see an implosion right here. Yo, members of Rei Zero just walking through the turret, right? You see the Tempest of Blaze by the Valentina. They claim a kill onto the Zushin. Very chaotic fights happening around here. Not sure where Ling was the whole time. Probably getting killed again. But yeah. Okay. Malcolm tried to go for an invade, scouts out the Xenagogue, but Super Selfie might be in a little bit of danger. Nah, should be quite fine. Does get poked down a little bit. Members of Xenagogue starting up the blue for this Ling. Personally, I wouldn't, but yeah. Okay, the last insanity stolen away by the Valentina. Now Xenagogue, they need to be careful about that damage. Not sure if they are fit to contest for this Lord. Bunny, Final Slash misses out completely, and now Ascendance gonna die for that last insanity gonna come through. Misses out. Super Selvi down to half HP, uses the Revitalize to get it back, but Sage holding on to that ult. Rei Zero, they don't want to start the Lord just yet. I'm not too sure why, since Ling is in the bottom lane. Ruler, I don't think he wants to go for it. There'll be a free turret, I think, for the Ling. But Ascendance is there. Manages to save the tier 2. The Lord will be started up right here. Implosion onto 2. Descendants will have to flick out. Last Insanity coming out by the Valentina. Doesn't manage to claim a kill. But Bunny gonna get taken out by Malcolm. Members of Rei Zero are really low right now. If Ling wants to come through and just help the team out just a little bit. But let me just have a look at the items right now. He does have the Berserker's Fury, the Harsh Claws as well. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the economy to get that Sky Piercer. It's gonna be out of the books for now. Let's have a look at Roger Bowl does have the wax, the what do you call it as well? No, the bottom lane. Zask doing a lot of damage to the Ling, and Xenagogue trying to take care of those Lord as fast as possible. Descendants, he doesn't have the flicker available to him. Use it to disengage a little bit earlier, but does have the implosion. Okay. Ascendance had to flick out of there. He was being pushed into 5 members of Xenagogue, which wouldn't have been a very pretty sight. But Descendants, he has a play right here. Might go for an implosion. Zushin trying to bring him back in. And Super Selfie gonna be taken out as the Final Slash connects. Last Insanity by the Valentina. Malcolm X gonna back off. Implosion comes through, but doesn't have the biggest impact since it was on the Xenagogue, who just died to them, who just died and got the immortality propped or whatever. But the tier 1 turret goes to the hands of Ling as he just continues to farm up as much as he possibly can. Malcolm on the chase. But now still, I mean, once Ling manages to level the gold gap, he still needs to worry about not having the blue buff, right? And he doesn't have much time to deal with this. He has another 13 seconds until the enhanced load spawns into the land of Dawn, and Rei Zero, they quite comfortable. They have a 6,000 gold lead, and they perfectly fine with having one member of their team stationed elsewhere to kind of stop the Ling from split pushing. Having a look at, okay, that's that button. What's this? Right. Lord gonna be started up, just gonna be burst down whilst the Ling goes for the tier 2 turrets. Okay, that is a kind of a semi-damage Arlot, so Xenagogue, they're gonna have to be careful of that, especially the squishies, right? Valentina has damage now. Ling on the run from Malcolm. There's a blue buff gonna spawn in. I'm not sure if he wants to go ahead and take that. Might help him out. I mean, he's not doing too bad for gold, at least in as far as Xenagogue is concerned. Descendants, he does have the flicker, try and make a play. So are the purifiers already as well. Okay, Descendants taking a lot of damage, they'll have to back away, but Xenagogue, they need to focus their attention to the bottom lane. As Lord gonna charge in, they might just lose the bottom lane inhibitor turret. That'll go down. Flicker with the implosion comes through. Onto two people, Super Salvi, Last Insanity gonna come through. Valentina as well gonna use the Last Insanity. But Roger manages to get a shutdown onto Malcolm. And Arlot. But the mid lane inhibitor gonna fall as well. A few shutdowns comes through. Let's have a look at the gold. Okay, so Roger almost on par. Ling as well. Xborg also. So there could be a comeback for the side of Xenagogue. Ling, I honestly think he shouldn't be in the fight at the start. He should just wait until abilities have been used, like for example the implosion, the nightmare spawn, the last insanity from the Valentina as well, and just go for a cleanup, because at this rate he's just gonna die. The members of Rei Zero, they escape with low HPs. It's not good, right? Malcolm was scouted out by the Ling, decides to just walk away. Malcolm is quite strong right now, does have the red retribution equipped in 5 seconds. Is that a pause? Yep. Okay. Just taking a quick pause before the Lord spawns in. Maybe someone having a connection issue from the side of Rei Zero. But I definitely think this somehow Xenagogue has to do it. They have to contest for the Lord. Even if they don't get it, they have to make some trade, right? Some kind of winning trade where they lose 2 members and they kill 3 members. There has to something of that sort, at least to make sure that Rei Zero won't be able to push with it. And defend from there and then just farm up for the next one. And yeah, let's just say. Okay, going back into the game right now. Lord has spawned in. Valentina scouted out. Tata looking for Valentina first. She might be taken out right here. Implosion gonna come through. Purify used by Bunny, so he should be safe from it. Super Selvi is taking the brunt of the Zask magnetic spawn damage. And next up is Descendants, as he's gonna get taken down. Now Tata, he needs to be quite careful. Walking into Malcolm. Purify gonna be used up. Stopped by... Oh, Tata. Okay. I mean, that's good enough, right? Tata for the jungler. That's more than good enough. As Xenagogue, they managed to get this Lord. Okay. Xenagogue, they're gonna have to be careful with this, not mess it up. Need to push in the bottom lane. Make sure those waves hit at the same time to get the most of it. Bunny or Ling needs to go bottom lane and push that in. Someone go bottom lane. Anybody. I mean, look at this. They just started on the Lord already. So... Okay, just putting some work on the mid lane. Ascendance. Poke down. Yo, Implosion onto 3. Bunny gonna need to purify once again. Super Selvi in the middle of that turret. Uses the ultimate to walk out of there. Does have the immortality. Lord has been taken care of. And just like that, this has been completely wasted. At least we have... Okay, we have nothing to work with right here. Except in the bottom lane. Ooh, frog armor. Gonna be popped quite fast from this Xenagogue. Just some wave management by Malcolm, clearing out this lane, but now Descendants, he needs to be quite careful. Taking too much damage from the Zushin, getting displaced as well too much. Last Insanity coming through from the Valentina, the Implosion from the Tigreal just works. Final Slash onto 4. But he doesn't have the follow-up with it. No, Sage actually gets a double kill. Was it a double kill? Yo. Oh, yo. Might be seeing a back door. Ling gonna go in. This is Retribution. Tempest of Blades as well. You're starting to see the Ling damage coming through. It's a 2 for 2. Lord gonna spawn in 5 seconds time. I mean, Xenagogue, they still have their jungler, they still have a frontliner as well, so they have ample opportunity to go for this Lord. Okay, Tata needs to be careful with the damage coming in from Valentina. As Bunny gonna go for it. Implosion gonna miss completely as the last Ascendancy comes through. Ascendance needs to be careful. He does have the immortality, flickers away, but Roger should be able to claim the kill as he walks towards Ruler. The speed up coming through. Malcolm on the back. That's the kill. Ling, what the okay. Okay, this needs to be a Lord right here. It's a 4 versus 3. But Xenagogue will focus on just making a sort of push in the bottom lane. That Ascendance is occupied for a little bit longer when he comes back to life. And now they can try and rush the Lord. Super Salvi. Scout out members of Rei Zero. Now this is a little bit of a dicey situation. Nobody wants to be the one that engages. Okay. Let's see a pause coming through. Alright, but honestly, not much more to be said about this game. Both teams, they're on equal. I mean, they have equal amounts of items. Everybody's fully built. It now comes down to patience, comes down to strategy as well. Since the inhibitor turrets have been taken down. To be honest, it's a little bit more painful for the side of Rei Zero since their far lane is pushed in. So Xenagogue can utilize the Ling to just go down to the bottom lane quickly, push that lane in, and they'll, members of Rei Zero will be forced to go and defend, and Ling can just fly back towards the Lord, get the Lord. It's gonna be back and forth like that. Okay, going back into the game. Ling is back, gonna go for the blue buff, no respect, just holding the fort at the Lord pit. Okay, Ling gonna do his job at the bottom lane. They need to be careful of the mid lane as well. Concealed play. Has the flicker purify by the Zushin. Super Salvi on his own uses the ultimate. Sage gonna be taken out. Ascendance as well. Sage taken out. Yeah, Descendants is alone between 4 and Malcolm. He doesn't seem to want to help. He might just I don't know what's the plan here. because at this point, Xenagogue they can just end, right? I mean, maybe they can end. Do have the lanes pushing in, and Zask is there to defend. They do have the mid inhibitor turret. Oh, actually, they don't have any inhibitor turrets. Damn. Right, Tata's immortality gonna be used up. Malcolm gonna come back. That's easily defended. But the next set of minions are gonna come through. Last Insanity. Okay, that's end. That's yeah. Okay, that's fun. Alright, and while I was shocked and stunned by the activities going on in this game, I forgot to use the third promo code. That's there for you guys to go ahead. Oh, I forgot to take this away. There's this. Okay, let's go ahead and claim that up. And this was some game, right? Hopefully never have to. Let me not say anything too much violence. Yeah, well played by both teams. Did the best that they could. Tata, of course, making a lot of plays with the how can I say, the repositioning of their second skill. Of course, Super Salvi. I just want to see how much he actually tanked. That's 275,000, right? Being just that absolute meat shield for the side of Xenagogue. And yo, link damage. Okay, but fair play for both teams, but Xenagogue ended up coming up on top. And that'll be it for tonight. So thank you guys for joining in. And yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, please like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you know when we're gonna be streaming next, which is probably, I guess, tomorrow, I think. But yeah, see you guys for the next stream. Thank you for joining me. Have a